What is going on, guys? Matt Downs with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports to help give you the edge for this NBA 2-game slate. We are back. This video is officially sponsored by Jock Market. If you guys want to be entered into the $25 giveaway that we do every single day on live stream, please like, subscribe, and also comment your favorite GPP play for this slate. If you guys are brand new to this channel, we provide both free and paid content for all daily fantasy sports across all sports. If you could please show your support by hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, and of course smashing that like button for all of our future NBA content. If you would like to know more about becoming a better DFS player and taking down that big GPP, head over to www.patreon.com/DGFantasy for more information. On Patreon, we give advanced cheat sheets for all DFS sports on DraftKings. These cheat sheets include updated projections, ownership, and our overall favorite plays from slate to slate. We take it a step further by teaching you how to play fantasy sports like a shark, by showing you where the best leverage spots are to put you in the best spots to take down tourneys. Also included is our private Discord chat where you get to talk over the slate with everyone, including our coaches, to help build your lineups. Now let's go ahead and dive right into this NBA 2-game slate. But first, you guys know we have to go over some Patreon success over this long All-Star break. So let's go over some success we had in esports. Huge takedown. This was actually this morning, $70 into $1,494.82. This was utilizing our League of Legends leverage that we always put out. Also, we talked about the NBA Showdown All-Star game slate that we just knew we were going to crush, and things worked out tremendously. This is actually my personal screenshot. I was in first place, man, for like up until the end of the third quarter, and it just kept dropping. One of my players didn't play. I think it was Zion. Man, Zion, I don't like him right now. Zion was my favorite value play. He did okay when he was in. He missed a couple easy dunks here and there, but they just didn't play him the entire fourth. And my players just, you know, they did okay in the fourth quarter. Nothing special. But we favored the Giannis. We favored the KD team leverage, utilized a bunch of value on that side of the ball. Kyrie was my sleeper, but the one thing is, even though I stacked KD's team, and they got blown out by 20 points, I still cashed pretty easily in all my contests. So that just shows you how much of an edge we had. If KD's team kept it relatively close, I can't imagine what I would have walked away with. I was winning $10,000 at one point in all my contests. But moving along, we had another close takedown here, 17th place, $250. This was also All-Star break weekend. Another really good League of Legends success story. And then over the weekend, we also had CSGO takedown success, $7,125. Congrats to our coach of CSGO. This was a huge takedown. I believe he split first place two ways. Could have won $10,000 if the other person didn't dupe his lineup. But anyway, let's focus on this NBA slate. So guys, this video is only 2 games, as you guys know, so we're going to go over a couple of Jock Market plays and also some Super Draft plays here at the very end of the video to just, you know, either way, it's some extra time because, again, 2 games, this is going to go very quickly. We're going to go game by game, not going to follow our normal format that we've been following just because 2 games, very easy to cover. Let's talk about this. So, Washington-Memphis game, 237 over-under, which is absolutely crazy, okay? That is, when you compare that to the other game, it's not even a question. If you're going for fillers, stay inside this game. Should be a huge shootout. That being said, I absolutely love Washington's side of the ball here with both Westbrook and Beal. If you can get both of them in your lineup, I think they both have tremendous upside. It's about picking one or the other for a ceiling potential game. I'm going to take the cheaper of the two, 9.4K here for Bradley Beal. I think he's just your safest option on the entire slate. Russell Westbrook definitely in the picture as well. Avdija, only 24 minutes here, 3.1K pace up spot. Love him for GPPs. Right now he's only showing 14.9% ownership. But again, I think he is cash viable. I think any one of these value plays here from the Washington Wizards are going to be cash viable. There's not too much value here when you look at the injury report. Not too many injuries are impacting the slate. We're going to get to Memphis here in a second, but that's the one team that might possibly be benefiting without the injuries here. Of course, we're taking Thomas Bryant off the court here when we're converting all these numbers. Bertans also not that bad of a GPP option, and the same thing with Robin Lopez. But for cash, you have to prioritize these 2 studs. I don't mind either one of them. If you can get both of them into your cash lineup in general, I don't mind that either. But remember, pick one or the other for GPPs, especially single entry GPP lineups. And of course, if you're maxing out a very large tournament. On the Memphis side, same thing. I absolutely love these guys. We know we love targeting teams against the Washington Wizards just because of the pace. So right now, they're projected to score 120 points on the dot. Absolutely love that. John Morant's going to be very chalky just because he's the stud on this team. Right now, I have him projected for 42.16 points. When you convert that to a point per dollar value, I have him at a 5.4. Jonas Valanciunas projected at 28 minutes, 7.1K. Did get a price drop. Don't mind him. I think he's cash viable as well. But I also really do like Dylan Brooks here. He's only averaging 0.97 fantasy points per minute with these guys off the court, but a 5.4K price tag is very, very cheap, and he's coming off some really good shooting performances. Last time he played against Washington, he had 31.25 points, so definitely like that in terms of value. I think he's a very safe bet and can easily stuff the stat sheet. Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, Justice Winslow, definitely more GPP options. However, I don't mind Winslow for a cash option if you want to go down to him. Only 3.9K, averaging 0.99 fantasy points per minute here since he's been back in 23 minutes. So again, target this game for cash fillers. All the ownership on these guys are very high for good reason. This game should be a shootout. But getting to a not so impressive, I guess, matchup here versus Spurs and Dallas. Should be competitive, but the over-under is a lot lower. 109.75 points here. The Spurs are projected to score. The only cash viable guys I'm going to be considering here is DeJounte Murray and DeMar DeRozan, just because of the highest usage rate guys here on the team. I do like these guys for Jock Market, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But all the injuries are back here for the Spurs. The injuries are all over the place. They're all back. I mean, the minutes, 25 minutes, 23, 22, 27. Like, they're not playing above 30 minutes, and these guys are starting players on the roster. So the only two guys that I really do like are DeJounte Murray and DeMar DeRozan. They're guaranteed starter minutes because they're the best players on the team. So not too much interest there from the Spurs. And then last but not least, Doncic is actually carrying 50.3% ownership, which I was actually stunned at. I guess just because he's the only real stud on the slate besides Russell Westbrook and Beal. But Doncic, 10.7K. Yes, that price tag is passing the eye test. It is relatively low. But again, over under, you got to favor the other game here. In terms of upside. That being said, Doncic really not that bad of a cash option. He's the only stud. Should do very well against the Spurs. It's still a slight pace-up spot for the Dallas Mavericks. Porzingis, a great GPP option, 8.6K, 31.2% ownership. And then Maxi Kleber here at 22.6% ownership. The rest of these guys are just going to be GPP options. But again, I favor the other high-paced matchup. Now let's hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Jock Market is one of the most innovative ways to play daily fantasy sports today. Just like the real stock market, Jock Market allows you to buy and sell players to earn profit based on their performances throughout the day and night. They are currently offering a variety of sports where you can enter their markets and buy them for potential gains. Unlike normal other DFS sites, once the slate starts, you can make numerous changes to your stocks by buying new players you think will continue to perform well or sell players you think are going to underperform.
Right now, they are running every sport with overlay, which gives you an easier chance to win than other major DFS platforms. Download Jock Market now on the App Store and use code DGF to receive a $20 deposit bonus. Be sure to subscribe here for all future Jock Market content. All right, well, since I covered the entire slate, let's now switch over to some Super Draft plays. If you guys haven't signed up for Super Draft, you get a 50% deposit bonus up to $500, which is absolutely insane when using the link below in their description. Feel free to take advantage if you guys haven't. We're going to give you some free Super Draft plays. The format's completely different from DraftKings for you new guys that are switching over to Super Draft. If you guys want to figure out how to play Super Draft, I actually have a video on my channel, only about 5 minutes long, very straightforward. But let's go over some Super Draft plays here. Russell Westbrook, a 1.2 times multiplier, absolutely insane. 61.78 fantasy points is what we have him projected at. Bradley Beal, second on the list. They're also giving him a multiplier in the pace-up spot. Don't really get that, so 1.2 times multiplier, absolutely love him as well. Porzingis, 1.35 times multiplier over there on Super Draft, and he's projected right now for 59.49 points. And then I'll go ahead and give one more. John Morant, a 1.4 times multiplier. Are you kidding me? Makes no sense at all. 59.02 fantasy points. Take advantage of those players. And now for some Jock Market plays here. The Jock Market plays look like this in terms of rankings. I actually agree with the majority of them as of right now. If we sort by Jock Market's rankings, Doncic, Westbrook, Beal, Porzingis, John Morant, I agree with all those rankings 1 through 5. But when you switch over to some of these value plays, I really do like Jakob Hurtel, who right now is projected on Jock Market at the 25 spot, but we have him right now projected within the top 15 at rank number 12. So moving a potential 13 spots, really do like the movement there. Of Deja, we also have him projected right now in the 13th spot. Jock Market has him projected on the 26th spot, so expect him to move in terms of stock value. And then last but not least, I will say that Rudy Gay is a fantastic play, sitting in that 31 spot. We don't know how many minutes Rudy Gay is going to play, especially with Derek White just coming back for the first time. They only have him projected right now at 21 minutes. If he plays anything more than that, he's averaging 1.3 fantasy points per minute on the season. Very productive player. So if he does get that extended run, I think this is a very good buy low candidate, sitting in a 31 spot, which is near bottom of the barrel. If he can get, top 20, really do like that value. And again, guys, I just continue to say that Jock Market's easy money. If you guys haven't signed up for Jock Market, DGF20, right below my big head here. Sign up using that code and you guys get a $20 deposit bonus. And that will wrap up my video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, please do hit that subscription button, notification bell, and of course smash that like button for all of our future NBA content. With all that being said, have a great rest of your day, and let's cash.